thought the defensive line really came off the ball, early, the early, 2, 3 and outs, which is exciting to see. Thought they played really aggressive, really fast, and something you want to see from your defense, especially early in games.
How's Sidney Jones, and how did he look tonight to you?
How is Sidney Jones? I'll have an evaluation in the morning on him. I thought while he was in there, he made some plays. I mean, he was doing a really nice job. Obviously, right now we played a lot of players, so until I see the film and grade that and talk to the defensive guys, I'll know more tomorrow. But I thought overall he played a pretty well game.
Shelton had the long touchdown reception, and that's why he drafted him. What's the difference between him this year and where he was this time last year?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just confidence. He's obviously had a chance to play in games last year, special teams, but I think that gives him a confident feel going into the season. And he did some good things tonight. He's one of the guys that's competing and competing for a roster spot.
What were your expectations for Jordan Mailata in his first ever football game, and how did he compare?
Yeah, I was excited for him. To watch him, to see him. I know he was a little nervous there early, and once he kind of settled in, I thought he did some good things. But it's a work in progress with him, and we knew that going into it. He's going to get a lot of time, this preseason to play, and he'll just continue to get better. But once he's settled down, he did some good things.
How about Dallas Goedert? Was that kind of intentional to get him the ball early, get him that many targets?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of feature him a little bit. Some of the we were very vanilla, obviously on offense, but at the same time, just wanted to get him into a little bit of a rhythm. He and Nate, and he did some nice things for us. He's going to be a great addition to our offense and offensive package, and excited for his future and what he can provide offensively.
Looked like he did a pretty good job in the run game. Also, I think that giant run when they were on the 1 yard line kind of went his way. I mean, how is he doing in the blocking game?
Yeah, you know what? He's really done a nice job. He's a willing participant to block, and he just got to continue to trust his technique, trust the coaching and the way Justin is teaching, and continue to just get stronger. And it's good to see him stick his face in there and be physical with with defensive end, outside linebackers, and he'll continue to get better.
Nate overall tonight.
Say that again.
Nate Sudfeld overall, how did you feel about it tonight?
Yeah, I think overall played pretty well. Obviously the 2 turnovers are critical, but those are things that are all correctable and they're teachable moments, and I can do a better job teaching the route and teaching the progression and all that and helping him there. But I thought once he settled down into the game, made some really nice throws, down the field. I believe one to Bryce and one to Dallas, but. After he settled in and had the 1 interception, came back and we got the touchdown after that, and the 2-point conversion, and I thought overall, not too bad for the first time out.
You mentioned a while back about getting, you had Jay Ajayi as camp now for the first time, supposed in the middle of the season. So his first run is 22 yards, and that could be deep in your end zone. He's seeing his progression now in this offense. With the training camp now, getting some more and more progressive there. Yeah,
he's really comfortable with what we're doing, and he's just such a tough downhill hard runner, and I'm excited for him and how he can really help us in the run game, and we just continue to work. In the run game, there's a lot of timing and execution that happens with the guys up front and the blocking, and they did I thought the first offensive line played well too early in this game, and which allowed him to make some of those runs, and he broke the one tackle, a couple tackles actually on the one run, and it just continued to get comfortable with everything that we're doing.
So staying on the backs, what kept Pumphrey out, and what did Josh Adams show you with the extended reps?
Yeah, earlier in the week, Josh had a lower body. Pumphrey had a lower body injury, so we just held him out of this game. And I thought Josh did a nice job with the amount of play time that he got, which, it was going to be kind of, him and Pump. All the running backs were really going to get some time outside of Sproles, but so it increases Josh's reps just a little bit. And I thought Josh did a nice job. Did a really good job in protection, number one, catching the ball out of the backfield, and then obviously some of the runs. You can see how big and powerful he is when he hits the edge.
Isaac has had some issues with the snaps throughout camp. Would
would you be comfortable with him at center in a regular season game right now?
Well, I mean, listen, we got to continue to work, with his snaps and all that, and it's unfortunate. We had the big run, and then next thing you know, we're in a negative situation after that. But we're going to continue to work. We got a lot of confidence in Isaac, and I have no trouble if we had to go in a game and let him play center. I think he's sharp, he's talented, he's done a nice job, and all those things are fixable.
Is that half? The snaps, is that a mental thing or is it?
It's just a little bit of a focus, just focus on the snap because, when you're having to make calls and you got a guy on your nose and different things, it's just sometimes it gets a little quick and high, and we just got to continue to work it.
As a former player,
Doug, as the half went on, the secondary, there were some holes in that. They got a couple of touchdown passes. It wasn't the first team, but that couldn't have made you happy, right?
No, I mean those are all things that sometimes happens when you're playing some young guys, and just communication. Just happens. Safeties and corners got to talk, and safeties and linebackers got to talk, and a couple times we just got beat, whether it be the touchdown throws or maybe just playing a little soft in coverage, whatever it might be. Those are all things that young guys tend to do in these early games, and until they get comfortable and playing, and with more reps, they get better.
going back to Isaac for a second, his snaps didn't seem to be an issue before. Now they are. You being a former player, did you ever kind of experience a similar thing where you didn't have an issue and then you did? And how does that happen?
It's. I just know this. We just got to continue to work. We just got to continue to trust him, put him in there. We're going to continue to Eugene is obviously a former center, and he's been working with him and on the rhythm and the timing and how he's snapping the ball with his hand instead of his wrist. And there's all kinds of things, technical things you can work on that we're going to continue to do that with him and get it fixed.
Doug, your first game with Mike Rowe as the offensive coordinator, how was the communication there?
It was really good on the sideline. He and I we collaborated during the game. He was constantly throwing ideas and note cards with plays on it, my direction and runs and passes and that's what I need as a play caller. You get in these games like this and you just want those ideas because my mind goes one way and his goes another. But we come together but I thought the communication was really good tonight.
As far as both starting units, how much were you able to take away from them, considering your offense lacked a lot of your key players, their offense lacked a lot of their key players?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everything starts up front, so I focus on the D-line and the O-line, and I thought both those units played extremely well. We don't have all the pieces, obviously, offensively tonight, but I thought that, overall, once Nate settled down and we were able to, go down, we get the touchdown, and we do some good things in the run game, and those are things that are gonna come. It's just a lot of pieces are moving around. You're still evaluating players, but I think you can take away that both O-line and D-line really did well. Well tonight.
I think Gary got the start at Will Spot. What have you seen from him?
I'll tell you, he's a player that's extremely smart. He really can play all three positions. I mean, he's versatile that way, and he's earned it. He's earned to get in there with the starting rotation, and he's just adding some depth, valuable depth for us, and we'll continue to work him in there. Camus also, was another one in there at that position. So he's done a really good job. He's off to a good camp, and we just got to see more and more of him.
How about the special teams? They seem to, every time there was a kick, it seemed there was a flag. I mean, did it work?
Yeah, I mean, those are all, listen, you know how these games go. Sometimes that's where a lot of the penalties come from is in your special teams. Listen, we just got to continue to, one, watch the film, make the corrections there. You're playing a ton of guys, but again, that's no excuse for the penalties. It's all about, focus, detail, moving your feet. And we just got to, just kind of get back to work and make the corrections, fix it, show the guys the error on the penalty, and try to eliminate it for next week.
How do you feel about what you saw from Cameron Johnston?
Wow, I thought overall pretty decent job. For the first time, he had of course 80 yards, 81-yard punt that was extremely high and far, and that's what he can do. He's got a lot of leg talent, and we just continue to work and work with him, and But I thought overall did a nice job for his first time out. Okay, thanks guys.